So here is one of the finished plates. Shout out to Elias for already being done. And how did we get there? Let me show you.
Hi class, sorry I can't be there today, but I'm going to show you the next steps of your project. So once you have the drawing of your deity finished, what you're going to get is a piece of 8x10 tag board and also a piece of carbon paper. So what you're going to do first is you're going to attach the 8x10 drawing to the 8x10 cardboard or tag board, and just pick a side and you kind of make a tape hinge. Use the blue painter's tape. I don't have any with me right now, so I'm going to use some washi tape. Okay, so you just do that so you can open and close this. Next, you're going to take your carbon paper and you're going to put it in between the two layers with the black side touching the tag board. Okay, now what you need to do is we are going to start tracing some things on here. Now, we do not have to trace every single aspect of your drawing, but we do want to know where to place things because we are going to be building a Collagraph plate to make prints with. Okay, so I want to know where these are and this piece is. I don't need to do these circles here because I'm just going to guess on placement for those. And really, I only need to know where this is because that'll just help me place the pieces. So it's like you're creating a puzzle. So you go ahead and trace. And if I lift this up, you can see that it is starting to transfer the drawing to the tag board. Okay, so for this, the face is going to be on the first layer. The hair is going to be its own layer, but I'm going to start with these things on the face and maybe this part up here. So now what you need to do is get some of the smaller pieces of white tag board, and you're going to keep your carbon paper in place, but you're going to put this white tag board over the area that you want to add as your second layer. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to retrace this. I'm going to do this whole big piece as one. And I just forgot to add that one. Okay, now I have this piece that I have traced. Now, what I need to do is cut it out. Okay, I've cut it out and I know where it's going to be placed because I traced before. So that's going to be layer 2. So I'm just going to add some glue stick glue. Shouldn't need a ton, you're just gluing paper together. Okay, and I'm going to put that. Whoops, and I think it probably goes this way. So you're just gonna glue that down. It doesn't have to be perfectly matched. Okay, so if we look at my drawing, now I've got another layer. Okay, so I've got another circle in there and then another circle inside that. So, get my carbon paper back in there. I'm gonna trace this smaller circle. Okay. Got that. This will be another layer. Cut it out. All right, now I'm gonna add that to here. And that also had a smaller circle inside of it. Before I glue it down, I am gonna put it in my hole punch and punch a circle. Okay, so this is another way to get some layers. Okay, then I'm gonna glue that about there. The next little bits, I have those lines, which I don't need to trace each one of those. I'm just gonna cut some very thin strips and kind of eyeball for length. And I'm gonna zoom in a bit for you so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so there I go. I have all of my little pieces put in here so you can see that. So this is layer 1, and then this is layer 2 on top. Okay. And then I can move on to another part of my face. Okay, so smaller pieces obviously go on top of bigger pieces. The more detail you have, the harder it's going to be. So I'm going to show that process one more time with a different area of the face. Okay, so we got the lips here. So again, scrap tag word. You put that in the spot where you need to trace. And then you're gonna put your carbon paper, black side down. This is transfer paper, okay? Now, I am going to trace the lips. And trace to my lips. You know what, maybe I will do this thing, and I'm going to make it a little chin dimple. We'll make it a little bit bigger. So if you don't press hard enough, you will not be able to see. Also, you don't have to fill in any area that you've colored in. You just have to have an outline. Okay. All right, see, there's my things. Okay. Now I'm gonna start by cutting out my lips. And just to give this more information in the print, I'm gonna cut the top and bottom lip apart. So it won't exactly match up when you glue it down, but it will be okay. That gap will show up in the print. Okay, so I'm gonna glue the top lip down. I'm gonna glue the bottom lip, and you wanna leave just a little tiny space in between the two. Does not have to be very much. Okay, so layer on top of the face. And then I'll put that little chin dimple down too. So there is the process to creating your Collagraph. So I still have a long ways. I still have a long ways to go here, but you guys can get started.